No, you don't need to start from the beginning.
I was trying to pay attention. She's like, vampire.
No, I wanna cry now.
How's it going? So this is the next video. I don't know which one we're at. This video I think is probably going to be the most important for those who's watching and is thinking of getting married with a person who's a different culture.
Okay, so the first question is that, like, how do your family feel about marrying someone from a different culture?
For me, my family was a little bit scared in a sense that the language was the biggest problem, because nobody in our family speak Arabic. We can read Arabic, but we cannot speak Arabic, and nobody in her family can understand English. So that was the biggest problem, that even though me and you are okay with on that point, but the families were a little bit difficult. But overall they were okay, because I was also sort of in a communication to other potential partner previously, and they were of Arab culture, and my parents actually met them as well. I faced a lot of lashback at that time as well, but then we overcome it and they actually met the person. So by the time we get to Rwan, they were okay with the idea. They weren't agreeable 100%, but they were okay.
Which person in your family was actually scared about you getting married to a different culture?
No, it's just general, like the idea of bringing someone else into our culture was scary, because are you going to be respectful to my family? Will your family be respectful to us? What does that respect mean to each other?
Okay, so for me, like, my family wasn't have any problem for me to marry anyone from different culture, but it was just hard for my mom because I'm the only daughter she has. So I'm technically not just her daughter, I'm also her friend, and sometimes even, like, you know, her mom. I'm guide her as well. We have a special bond between me and my mom. It wasn't easy for her to let me go and marry someone from different culture, especially that we're going to live outside Egypt, so I'm not gonna close to her anymore. Of course, I can call her every day, the video call, which is I am doing, but it's not like as I'm living with her. For my dad, the only thing that he was looking for is that he is Muslim, he's close to Islam, is he practice Islam, is he praying, all of these things.
I think in my opinion it's a big thing, because it's like a void that created in a family, that we used to have this person all these years and all of a sudden they're gone.
For you, like, from his perspective, he's going to marry someone from a different culture. His family will be just worried about communication and, like, you know, just main
Surface
things.
level stuff,
But
yeah.
for me, I'm a girl, I'm leaving my country to go in another country. Like, it's unknown thing for them. Like, they don't know, like, even if he's gonna be a good person or no. Like, he is, okay.
I'm gonna kidnap her.
So yeah, like, I actually, my aunties, like, they were telling my family something like how you are letting your girl just to go and marry someone from a different culture, and I don't know what she's gonna face outside. So it wasn't easy for my mom.
All right, let's go to this question 2. Did you face any challenges when mixing your tradition during marriage?
I actually organized everything on my own. It wasn't my first experience, and even though it was easy, I didn't spend much time on it. The only thing in my head, it was like how I'm gonna make it more convenient for his family, because I know it's a different culture. So just thinking how to make it different for them so they can even experience something new. What about you?
I think I felt it a lot. First one was the fact that nobody knows in our family what's going on the other side, right? Because everyone is a photographer is talking in English, videographer is talking Arabic, everyone is talking Arabic, and we were kind of
songs, it's all in Arabic, everything.
Yeah, everything is Arabic, and I didn't know what's going on, to be honest. I was just like a participant and just tagging along of what she was doing technically, and I was like, I'm just okay with everything. Yeah.
Like
Mashi,
when
mashi.
my
which means okay in Arabic.
my brother friend, like, come to him to make him dance, and he was just trying to go with the wave. He don't know what's going on.
I was dancing on the beat, not necessarily on the what they're saying. On the other side, the same happened with my family, right? Because my family now at a stage where nobody speak Arabic from their perspective, and nobody speak English, so they can't even mingle. At least for me, she speaks English, and we were able to discuss and figure out things, but my family at the back have no idea what's going on. And the last one is actually the biggest one, is that only 3 family member from my family was able to join the wedding, which is my dad, my little sister, and my mom. The idea here is that we will do a small ceremony in Canada as well in future.
And also, like, my family, the wedding was hard for his family, especially this part, because everyone in my family, they don't speak English at all, and his family also, like his mom and his dad, they cannot also communicate that great in English. So it was like so much gap in between, like communication between his family and my family.
Alright guys, so this is the second segment of our discussion, which is communication and misunderstanding. Have you ever had a misunderstanding because of culture difference?
So honestly, I don't feel like there's any misunderstanding between me and him, like on a daily basis or anything like that. It's only on arguments. I don't have like such a good English to express my feeling, because even in my mother tongue, like when I get mad or like upset or like, you know, in a rush, I will not be able to express, and I'm gonna start like talk so fast that I'm not able to even know what I'm talking about it. So imagine if I'm doing the same thing but in a language not my mother tongue. That's it, I guess. And what about you?
Yeah, so I think we had a bit of misunderstanding. Maybe it's more on the funnier side in terms of culture. I don't know what it is, but in Egypt, people use P and B interchangeably. Whenever I'm talking to her, there are a few words she will use it that's weird. And I was like, okay, what did you say? And she's gonna say that again. I was like, no, it's P, not B. It's not just her, it's a culture problem, because when I went to Egypt, I drink Pepsi. On the Pepsi, I can read Arabic. So on the Pepsi, it says Bepsi. It didn't say Pepsi with the P.
I don't see any problem between Pepsi and Pepsi. Like they all
No,
like
I
they both
understand
are
that,
the same
but
thing.
the actual pronunciation of the Pepsi is P. But Pepsi itself wrote their name as Bebsi, which
It's not Pepsi. We don't say that, okay?
and then she told me even there's classes that Egyptian people take on helping them differentiate between B and P
And TH sound.
and TH sound. Funny story, we actually watched a movie last
Oh my
night,
god.
and we were discussing that. It was a movie about people that drink your blood.
Vampire.
So she's saying that story was a vampire story. I'm like, well, who's vampire? Said it 3 times, literally. I'm like, what? Wait a second. So I said it again. And then she said vampire. I was like, do you mean the vampire?
Say in the comment that there's actually difference between vampire and vampire. I don't think
Yeah,
there's a
big-
difference. like
big-
it's
Alright, so that's the question 5. Do language or accents ever cause problems between our families?
the accent. It doesn't make like for me it's not a problem at all. Like for him it's a problem because of B and B, but for me it's not a problem. The only problem like communication between me and his mom. So if I just know her language like Urdu, that would be better. Do you think the same for you, or like but for you it's something different?
Difficulties will come when they understand each other.
Yeah.
The problem here is our family don't even
At all.
understand each other at all. So there's not much communication between my family and their family. So if someone is thinking of that, like your spouse or your significant other only speak one language and their parents don't, I think it will be a little bit difficult, but you can figure it out, because at the end of the day, me and her needs to live our life and live it better, rather than worrying about, okay, if my mom is able to communicate with
Yeah.
her mom.
Something keep in your mind, guys, like if you're going to marry someone, if there's any family gathering happening from his side, I'm not aware. I have no clue about what's happening and what's going on around me, and he have to translate each and everything for me. What I have to do is that like to literally open AI and just like keep that recording and just like give that to the AI and translate for me, and that's like for the most time it's not like the greatest. So the last question is, are there any habits or customs that caused confusion or needed adjusting?
Yeah, I think the only thing that comes up into my mind in terms of adjusting or habits of her is the coffee habit. She drink coffee almost every day, 2-3 times even, with no sugar, which is very weird for me because I don't even like that. I can't even drink a sip of that coffee, and she drinks a liter of that almost every day. So what about you? What are the things that you think would need some adjusting?
For me, actually, I don't feel like there's anything I need to be adjust for myself. It's like a general marriage thing. Like I just need to adjust myself like a little bit to pay attention to him a lot, like feed him, something like that. But that's it, nothing else.
Yeah, I guess that's about it for us today.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys in the next video. Until
Yeah.
then, take care of yourself. Bye.
Bye.